This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Say, or maybe no, you be brakoyenim. And said yeah, various governments Abba in the Fourth Republic Yaka say industrialization one of the ways ever so be economy na aboa into you know natural resources be a beboa. Why not? I mean, come changing some of those mining areas,
yeah.
Bogoso, Pristia, you know, some areas. Now, some of the things now Ubisa home, and I'm glad that now Honorable Eka this social backlash. I remember I was in Pristia some time ago. I'm here Ranti and Namkrumo. I just asked myself how long have we been mining in Pristia? If I'm not exaggerating, and those who are listening could confirm. But I think it's more than 100 years, or maybe close.
Mining
in Pristia.
Oh, I bet
And then you ask yourself, Santi, what is the impact of this mining on the lives of people there? And for me, I believe that you will maybe be a good year from a good year, or yes, ask them, come here, be a young answer. Ebina eba. Na emphasize as I say eba. First and foremost, maybe I make that and your money in our grandpa. Baby, I fa a good year. And so would you have who say, oh man, something is happening here. But what do we see? We keep me kotakwa. It's super nice, as a brimman answer. I say me look. Me look cry, just say, oh, your show. And I think that as for agreement and hold over sign, of course, I mean politicians will always make us all be no. Nobody I don't have a problem if we are scrutinizing a bill. Sorry, a deal. Say a deal, no, it's good, it's a good call. Say if it's a bra a box from a good year home extraction and quay mine. Again, Sika you as on mine.
Yeah.
In the only percentage, right? Now all the 6%, 7%, 90%.
Now, lithium, I think they've been prospecting for more than 10 years.
Yeah, I'm talking about 6 years.
Even if it's 6 years or 5 years, at their own cost, though.
At their own cost, and like he said, no, and yes,
extractive industry.
Oh, prospecting and on account. And you put my cost 90 work on account, you know, answer. And but the equity, who say, baby, and the Yedika mechanic say, again, this should not be like one of those. Company be about discussion. The Yemia power, do you want to say, Kwame?
Yeah.
We don't seem to have industrialists. Won't be to me a musika, a shop. Some of these things, no, a Ghanaian own. Here, but say, I can. Okay, Sika with the women. No, or many Sika crampono. Well, when you're the bed no be Ukraine. But I think we need to build young Crawford.
Okay, Sika Semyon. Okay, Mecca. Only a Minerals Commission boss. AC.
Yes.
Okay, baby say, Miss AC, where there's a one mammy who to me, I fight him, say, me can bedroom. Say, a bat minerals home in Miami, the lithium, any other things. No more pay Ghana for. Either some member together as a group.
Okay.
And as an individual.
Right.
Now you raise $3 million. Not 30.
Just three.
1, 2, 3. Now you find your exploratory works near dear or Sanya maybe. Obia sabi awusunity.
Aye.
The last person now oninya kukudoka so can say osi o be prefer most of the real estate.
It's an attitude.
Because a safer option, man.
No, I get the point.
Into high risk, no. It doesn't look like we are willing to take the risk.
Yeah, I agree.
Into obi the risk of fire risk we na say or ya find that. I feel you see a 30%, 40%. And another doctor can international finance and economics.
No, they will know.
A different ball.
It's not like that, and I agree with him. But come here, let's even go for. Let's assume we have even 10%.
Yeah.
The simple question is, how does the 10% translate into changing lives? Not in Ghana, but in the very place we are taking that mineral.
By hon mebe mukaka.
Mukaka.
Obuase. A dine now you could see assassin. Assassin, a good year was assassin so chain a dino.
Okay.
And it doesn't make economic sense to do some of these things in those places.
Right.
Then no, I had not a program I'll be far removed from the place.
Right.
And the Ubersheno that Newmont air sponsor students outside the country to go for further training in India and into Kohu a hodia a tuntroa because what is underneath the earth is of far greater value into to see stadium ewo boase wow what I say enti and no na ya na almost kind of relocation of almost big towns call New Guinea no muna to move a whole township enti anka me no ka say by now anka oboase obi anti ho a cut off for strictly mining nemum ye had na traditional beliefs in the Akika Huntino. Sometimes it's very difficult to uproot a whole township. And ideally, Ankayana say the whole township moved away because it becomes Tiwa saying all these other places are bauxite. The appropriate thing would have been said
relocate.
No, I agree with that. But coming here, look, and the point Honorable making is very fantastic. But here, let's look from this angle as well. Over to me a concession be well. For example, very close to a town. Sometimes they said it's within the environs. When your concession even if you cannot, we can move them from where they are. Say an entire village, entire town. Ye move for every hole. Near the mark will be relocated. When a hole a pure mining place, I am mining every hole. The question is, wherever mining equals to be, the assumption is that something is coming from assassinum. Natural resource be able. I just want us to be fair. Say for the past 50 years, so the infants are mining our cost in certain areas. If we have done the analysis, now I say be Obuase, be a new month to one. Home for just 50 years, let's say 10 years. What has happened? Local economies being necessary.
And sometimes with these things, we need to just relocate Ubia, but
no, but coming about that relocation thing.
Yeah.
Baby, in this part of the world, say you are moving an entire community. Yo,
Akosombo, it was sort of done.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but I'm not crying you.
But who say no? Kwame Nkrumah Takashi na boy yo.
Takashi be here.
Of course.
Kwame,
of course.
Over the period, maybe any cost. But I can tell
to
you
run a country,
communities have lost interest in political leadership on some of these things, and that's why I may petty can say there's a certain social backlash. Or Benny Paninchaya. Or how do you say into their neighbor? So your best as oh more. I mean, Mundi. Over the period, Bribia Koso in this nation. Na near me a course, Ama and Crofwe nya abaya who do mujidi. Eba business a hodwa a womb grass, a hodwa towns a hodwa. Then of course, my some studies in some of these areas. And when they tell you their story, look, I mean, Mrs. Obika say he will move from where they are to look at the Anjunida.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna say, by any science say. And no grandpa and your full movement too. This is just like Meokukufu. And the Mikoko no was a wedgie. Because a place no a concession diama. Obama resettlement fee. Oh, okay.
But Dr. Sembi earlier, Prof Minchano Fachemi, say your lawyers, your judges, your business executives, public servants, civil servants, ebi wa additioning nimdieno ebiana e wo form kakra sebi. Efasa nyoma ehu Ain't in a beer, GD Sano, Emma. How about that?
No, the problem with that, Joe. Okay, I say oil and gas by suddenly Obias oil and gas costs.
Right. And I wonder why we did that.
No, but come it makes a bit of sense to wanting
This FM 104.3. Good to meet